Can y'all hear me good? Because
Yeah.
people was calling me last week and they was like, we can barely hear you. I didn't know that.
What is this? Zoom will like to post content on your timeline. What?
Where's my write up? I don't even.
I don't have mine either, D. Will. I don't know. I don't know. I just said to Kimmy, I said, if they don't know who I am by now,
Yeah, wait a minute. This don't make no sense.
I don't have mine either.
No, they
I can't
changed.
find it.
Zoom didn't change how this whole thing worked. I can't even post it on
What
choose
you
where
mean?
to. I can't post it. It's only allowing me to share on my own timeline. This even looks completely different.
Lord, today they didn't did an update.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Oh,
I'm not liking how this light is.
You got it all the way up? Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's better off for me. Yeah.
oh my goodness. Okay, how we gonna do this? Because it doesn't allow you to post onto the group. The only place I can post is saying on my timeline.
Oh, it won't let
What
you.
about,
No, let me try
let's
this
see.
again.
Well, if we do it on your timeline, then you can just forward it to
What we know now.
Jason is saying he need the passcode. He just
Okay.
emailed.
Okay. Okay. I'll send it to him.
Okay.
It is. Whoop,
Choose what you allow. What the heck? Hair loss professional. No, that's not it.
803.
All right, so I'm gonna just do it on my timeline. There we go.
Yeah, and then just and then forward it to. Are we live?
We live?
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull up Facebook on my phone so I can do that, forward it out once I get everything. Yeah, we up there now.
Hi.
Okay.
Cassandra Greenfield is in attendance.
All right.
Hey, good.
Hey, here's Jason too.
All right. Oh goodness.
Welcome, Kim.
All right, y'all. We getting ready to rock and roll. 1 second. Get this going. Oh no. Wait a minute. Nobody's gonna hear it. So forgot to do one thing.
I heard you in the echo too.
Oh. Um,
All right, here we go, y'all.
All right.
Welcome to What We Know Now Wednesdays, myths, truths, and solutions about hair loss with Dana Wilson, the hair advocate.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hey, everybody. It seemed like forever, but at the same time, it seems so fast. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Please take a minute and share. Share this broadcast. Share. Start your watch party so everybody can join in. Today is going to be a great episode as usual. If you don't know, I'm Dana Wilson. I am the director of Hair Cares Inc. I am a certified trichologist. I am a Sister Lock master trainer, a city certified research assistant, and recently a certified cold capper or a cold capper as well. My personal and professional mission is to encourage, educate, and empower people who are experiencing hair loss or scalp disorders, that you don't have to suffer in silence, that there is remedies and treatments out there, and that's why we do the show. So please join us.
Hey everyone, I am Tamima Ali, also known as Kimra, and I am a certified trichologist located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm the owner of Advanced Hair Growth Clinic. And I get to the root of your hair loss or scalp disorder. My goal is to help as many people as possible to look and feel beautiful. So let me help you be your most healthy self.
I love it, Kimmy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Lori Huckabee. I'm located in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. I am a certified trichologist, licensed cosmetologist, cosmetology instructor, certified research assistant, code capper, and all those other good things. And I too really enjoy helping people to not only restore their hair, but make sure that their health is just as well, because that's the most important piece to having healthy hair, skin, and just longevity. So that's what my passion is to do.
And all together, we're considered the hair advocates. We created this show, one, to just broaden the awareness of trichology, also to dispel myths and truths about hair loss, and then obviously to share different remedies and treatments that's out there available to you. And then what, just to encourage you to get help, preventative help, and obviously emergent help as well. So that's why we do the show. So please, like we said, just share share this broadcast. Also, you can come into the Zoom and ask questions if you like as well. We will answer those.
Yes.
So today is part two. We have a part two.
Yes, we
um,
do.
so, Laura, if you could please introduce our guest for this evening.
Okay, yes. So our part two for this month, last month we had Jason and Addie on, and we were talking about the blood type uh, diet.
Yes.
On today's session, we're going to be talking about seasoning and sauce for the body. And Jason is a health and wellness entrepreneur in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He serves as lead health advisor for Greener Fields Wellness Studio, which opened in 2019 to lead health-minded individuals and groups who strive to understand and execute better self-care practices. To do this, GFW focuses on elevating the awareness of how our bodies work, because without our health, all other pursuits are restricted. GFW clients are able to recover better and restore quality of life using patented circulation therapy tools and on individualized holistic curriculum. GFW was founded on the simple principle of personal stewardship and the idea that self-care is most important form of healthcare. It is through these concepts that Jason and the Greener Fields Wellness team seek to connect and empower communities to becoming the healthier, more productive, and impactful versions of their present selves.
Woo.
And yes, Jason's awesome.
Jason is awesome.
Yes.
Woo. And then we got Addie back there.
And yes, we have Addie back there. Adeola is the CEO of Addie Daddy Seasonings and Sauces. Adeola is the founder and CEO of Addie Daddy Seasonings and Sauces, a seasoning and sauce company specializing in artificial free, authentic, and flavorful products. His philosophy and mission stand on providing all cooks and professional chefs the opportunity to create delicious food without the harmful chemicals, excessive sodium, and additives that are detrimental to our community's health. His passion for developing Addy Daddy seasonings and sauces began in 2012 when Adeola was diagnosed with high blood pressure.
Okay.
Although he was diligent in staying active and strived to have a balanced diet, this diagnosis prompted his sodium intake awareness. He began his research for the most flavorful low sodium seasonings on the market. Every product came up short due to its
Right.
artificial ingredients and extended shelf life. Through trial and error and a Thanksgiving turkey, Adeola developed his first seasoning blend. Today, he has over 6 flavorful blends and sauces.
Oh, I
And
can't wait to taste
I
it.
know he's going to share this, cover
I
this
can't wait.
today.
I'm
Oh,
so
welcome,
glad
you
you
guys.
took. I'm so glad you took on this challenge, Addy Daddy. I can't wait.
As am I.
Good
He's
stuff.
tested today.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. So I guess
Right.
with Jason's prodding and our encouragement, and I'm sure many others. This
I know,
is gonna be
right?
Good. Welcome.
So-
welcome.
You pushed me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So today I did it really, really fast. So I have to go back and refine it.
Okay.
Made a special seasoning that goes for both type A and O. And
Okay.
I'll just kind of run through it real
Okay.
quick. This is the rub, so-called.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's garlic powder, onion powder.
I'm writing this down.
You
Okay.
gotta go slow. We're taking notes.
Yeah, we taking notes. Hold on.
Hold on,
Garlic.
real quick, guys.
Okay. Garlic powder.
Let me go get a pen. Oh
Wait a
my
minute,
God.
he said garlic powder. He said something else.
And onion powder.
Oh,
Garlic
onion
powder,
powder.
onion
Okay. All right.
I've already had a taste. So
Oh,
taste
yes.
approved.
That's right. Okay, good.
All right. So it's actually, let me take that back. Not powder, granulated garlic,
Okay.
granulated
Granulated.
onion,
Okay.
Okay.
parsley,
Okay.
lemon peel.
Oh,
Wait.
lemon peel.
Wait.
That's when you serious when you do
Pink
that. Okay, lemon peel. Okay.
Himalayan sea salt,
Okay.
some cumin,
Okay.
coriander,
Okay.
and what's the last one? Paprika, smoked paprika,
Smoke.
and oregano. I'm sorry, Mexican oregano.
Oh, Mexican. Okay.
All right now.
Okay.
That's what we have today. So
Okay.
we're going to make some snapper
Oh,
Oh, wow.
snapper.
and then salmon. So
Okay.
the snapper I'm going to do for type O, and then because I think that's on the list for that, and then salmon for type A.
Okay.
So we're going to make it real quick. I already have some carrots in the oven right now, roasting.
Okay.
We're going to also do some broccoli that I'm going to blanch. So in that process, we're just taking some pink Himalayan sea salt, which I already kind of have the water back here.
Mhm.
I'm going to add some pink Himalayan sea salt to some boiling water.
And why that salt, if you don't mind?
Honestly, it tastes really, really good, and it doesn't taste as salty. It doesn't taste as salty as all the other salts that are out there.
Yeah.
So in its natural form, it's not, it hasn't been doctored or anything like that. No added chemicals. They just
Got
pretty much pack it from the mountain and
That's
ship it
right.
to us, and we have it pure.
Perfect.
So I have that in there.
Mhm.
So what we're gonna do, although I've salted it, I'm gonna put the broccoli in there.
Okay.
And what that's going to do is give it the flavor that it needs. And it also takes away some of the salt because I'm gonna take it out and then put it in some ice cold water to stop
Right.
it. So we're putting it in there for about 2 to 3 minutes or so.
Mhm.
So while that's going right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning the salmon.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for Jason Snapper, he can have coconut oil. Right.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is salmon snapper with the skin on it.
Mhm.
Oh, with
Jason
the
is
skin.
what again? The A or O?
He's an O.
I'm an O.
He's
He's an O.
Okay, you're O. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I want to do with the skin is I want to score the back of this, and literally it's just making indentions, so
Mhm.
that way the seasoning gets all through the fish. right?
Oh. Mm. I love snapper though.
Oh, I need to.
So if you've never seen Addy on his channel, You should know he does this all the time. So thank you,
Okay.
ladies, for having us back. Thank you for
Okay.
making this a cooking segment.
Yeah.
This man throws down in the kitchen.
Okay. This is his
Yes.
thing.
I'll graciously be the taster. We can talk
Okay.
about whatever you want to talk about while this is going on. But
Are you gonna taste my A too? Because I'm an A.
you know, I'll take one for the team tonight.
Okay. Okay. I
Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right. So since he can have coconut oil, right? I
Uh-huh.
need something to bind the seasoning with. So I'm gonna add in some of that coconut oil right on top before I
Okay.
put the seasoning on. And then for type A, I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm kind of with you guys. This is the first time I'm making this. So we'll see if I
Okay.
screw up or not.
No screw ups. It's gonna be
Screw up.
it's gonna be delish.
Look, I wish I was there in that kitchen so I could
Me
get a
too.
plate of food.
That would be so nice.
Okay.
I like how you have that cast iron skillet over there. That's my best friend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially when you learn how to use it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I did. It took me a little while, but as soon as I got it down, I was like, "Oh yeah."
You
Because
don't
a
want
lot of
to go.
times when I cook,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that a lot of people miss out on when they say my chicken comes out dry or whatever I'm making comes out dry.
Right.
You need that cast iron because it holds so much heat. So
Mhm,
where now
mhm.
you get a good sear.
A good.
All you want is a sear, and then you have your oven on at maybe like 300, for chicken and stuff like that, and you pop it right in. So that way it gets an even cook and it comes out tender.
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
I like that good sear. I
Yeah,
like
that's a good tip right there.
All right, let's go and season this bad boy up.
Okay.
Also cooking in the cast iron is good for people with iron deficiencies too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have all those I guess chemical, how like people have pots and it's all scratched up.
Yeah.
You're actually putting toxins into your body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
The
I see
heavy.
you being nice and generous too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I try to season high.
Yeah.
So
That's
that way
right.
I catch every little bit of the meat instead of it being concentrated in one area.
Oh,
Right.
perfect.
Especially with fish, isn't it kind of harder to season?
It is. You don't want too much.
Right.
Because it takes it all in. And I think that's
It
for
soaks
me,
it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't want to season fish too early because all that salt gets right into it and it can really get salty really fast.
Yes, it can.
So marinating fish is not necessarily the best idea, right?
Unless you're doing like something with like a ginger type soy, like Asian style. And with that one, I'll probably use like liquid aminos to settle.
Okay.
And then you don't marinate it for a long period of time, not like you would do chicken or beef or something.
No, you wouldn't.
For a short period of time.
So while the pot's getting hot, or cast iron is getting hot. I'm going to start with salmon.
Okay.
And I'm going to season that up. And then what we're going to do today with the salmon is we're going to actually throw it in the air fryer.
Oh.
So at 390 for about 10 minutes.
Okay, let me write that down. This air fryer is becoming very popular.
Oh yeah. If you're short on time and you need to get dinner done, it's a go-to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey,
So
my wife roasted a chicken in there.
Oh, did she? Okay. That's all right. Now, we're gonna have to come up with some names for these special seasonings that you've created here.
Yeah, that's something for me to think about.
Yeah, we have to come up with some names for this.
So this is the Addy Daddy Everything modified. Is that correct?
Oh,
well, I switched it up.
Okay.
I switched it up. Yes, son.
Is that our sous chef?
Yeah, the youngest one.
Okay, that's the sous chef. Okay.
Oh, you saw the picture? Was him on there?
No.
Oh, he actually has my wife took some pictures from my mother-in-law, and he has a chef jacket that says sous chef on there.
Oh, is that right? No, I just made it up. I just made it up.
That's funny.
Good stuff. Well, you get them started young.
Yes. And they enjoy it. I mean, they're my testers for pretty much everything that I'm end up making.
Okay.
Cool. So you have you said you have an Addy Daddy everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so this is kind of that
a little bit modified.
Yeah.
It's modified.
Okay, Addy Daddy everything.
All right.
And now people can buy your seasonings, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This one will probably be a special one that I'll do for you guys.
Okay.
But I want to go back and modify it just a little bit since it was kind of a rushed type thing.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure it's perfect. So I usually go 2-3 times and just actually cook with it. Because I made it and then I was just like, I need to put it on something before I cook. So I'll get veggies and stuff like that and I'll throw it on there. And that's usually a good gauge for me. Because if it tastes really good on veggies, I'm gonna like it on protein.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
I see Jason eagerly waiting for his sample.
I'll be ear to ear all night long. And a note to all the cooks, even if you're not a great cook, Addy Daddy has blended your season to perfection. So you can do whatever. It's going to take care of the rest.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
And I'll say, particularly when you're going into something new, like the blood type meeting, you may not always know what it's going to end up like. I do a lot of experimentation. And I chuckle. My mother-in-law, she might be watching, but my mother-in-law always says, my food smells great, but. Which is to say, she's not so sure because I'm mixing a lot of different foods that may not be traditional, but I'm mixing from my food groups that I know are beneficial to me. So I feel great about it, no matter how it tastes. But it does help when you have the right seasonings to complement what you're doing in the kitchen.
Right. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of difference. And when we tell people, to change their diet and eat foods that they were never their go-to foods, it always seems to be a challenge of, well, I don't even know, I never eat this, or I have never made that, so I'm not really sure how to fix it and all that stuff.
So it's nice to have something that you can kind of throw on anything and it tastes well. So you'll be more apt to try it out. And so are you sharing this with your clients, Jason? The Addy Daddy season?
Once he's in production.
Look, he's waiting to hear this.
When he's ready, they're ready. That's for sure.
Okay.
Hint.
So that means coming soon.
Coming soon.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of pushing and prodding over here.
All right. So this is warmed up. I'm gonna throw the salmon right in there.
Okay. Now tell me, you didn't tell me we didn't get the salmon recipe.
So it's essentially the same thing. I got some wild caught salmon. It's important for it to be wild caught because when it's farm raised, it has a lot more fat in it than you need. And it's very, very oily, and it hasn't been, in its natural state. So what I've done is I've just taken some salmon that I got from Restaurant Depot. Got a whole bunch of them.
Well, the seasoning, was it the same as the one you did for O?
The same exact seasoning.
Oh, got it.
There wasn't a lot of the main difference between O and A was that no black pepper.
Gotcha. Okay.
So a lot of the seasonings, there's only a few that are beneficial, but there's a lot that's in neutral.
Neutral, right.
So I wanted to pick some of the ones that were neutral, and especially cumin because it has so much health benefits to it as well. So that was one of the reasons there. This pan is hot, so I'm going to go ahead and get the coconut oil on.
Okay. See, that cast iron, they get real nice and hot.
It sure
Mhm.
do.
That's like one of my, that's
All
one of my
right.
prized possessions.
We're gonna put it
my
in
cast
inside
iron.
down
Okay.
Mhm.
and away from you, so it doesn't splash.
Skin side down. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you want it away from you so it doesn't splash.
Okay.
Okay.
To cut it into 2 pieces.
What was the setting on the air fryer?
390.
390. How long?
10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes
Okay.
or so.
Okay.
I can't see you, Kimmy.
Where
You
you at?
can't?
No.
It's blank.
Is it?
Mhm.
We
They-
try again.
Okay.
I'm trying to smell it.
You do the honors and see how it smells.
Am I back?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I wonder what's up.
So I got a question while all this magic is
Yeah.
happening in the kitchen.
Yes.
How have you ladies been doing? If anyone has some stories to share about your blood type eating journey.
Well, I can share at least one. One of the things for the A is potatoes are not our friend, and that is like my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Favor.
No
Like
fly.
favorite. I've been cheating. I gotta be honest.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. But I mean, I have reduced it. Absolutely,
Yeah, a
have
lot.
reduced it in a real way.
Yeah,
But
me too.
I don't know if I shared on last show, but what I did was I went and got a food sensitivity test, and I matched it up with the blood type diet information, and it lined right up. It lined right up. So that was really interesting to me. But more importantly, it was the potatoes that took me out. But I do it in moderation, where potatoes is really a staple.
Right.
Staple. Yeah.
I-
Staple.
I think that's an important point for anyone who's considering this or new in their journey. That and Lori, if I can pick on you, when you have a food from your list that's from the avoid column, it's not so much that we're cheating, and I say we, myself included.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
We're making a choice, a conscious choice out of
Exactly.
that choice. And you have the opportunity to choose that moment to indulge or have that thing. I think I talked about the lemon cake last time.
Yeah.
Eat the lemon cake, eat the cookie, enjoy it for what it is, and understand where it stands amidst all your other food choices. And so to be able to put those potatoes, Dana, in moderation, that's what blood type eating allows you to do.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because for me, I used to like when I say I can eat potatoes, I could eat potatoes. Like a 10-pound bag was nothing.
Yeah.
Potatoes like weekly. Okay. Maybe almost 10.5 pounds, but that's how much I ate potatoes. And so once I got introduced to the blood type diet and saw what potatoes caused, like how, like some of the, symptoms I would have. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because for me, potatoes is mucus, a lot of mucus. So that's the runny nose, that's the stopped up head, and just, mucus everywhere. So once you reduce that, like I would probably say maybe for a week, didn't eat any potatoes. And there was no mucus at all, like
Wow.
none. And then, so I'm testing it out, trying it and see. And for sure, ate some potatoes. If I ate them in the afternoon, by that night, the mucus was back, like just like that. That's how
Wow.
instantaneous it was. So I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, no, no potatoes. And like you said, depends on how mucusy I want to be. If I if I choose to eat potatoes, just
Mhm.
know what the effect of that is going to be. And like you say, you're making a choice. Either you want to deal with that or you don't want to deal with that. So
I just recently had I think she was 3. I think she was either 2 or 3. I had one of my clients brought in her daughter who was having scalp issues. and skin issues. Actually, she believed that she had eczema. And so my first thing to her was go get a food allergy test, and then also find out what her blood type is, because obviously there's something that she's eating internally, something going on internally that's manifesting on her skin and her scalp.
Mhm.
So that was my um, that was basically my treatment for her. Was let's go find out what your blood type is and let's go find out what you're allergic to
Yeah.
before we even start with putting something on the scalp.
I had a client who's had a baby. Well, actually, she wasn't a client. I went and did a consult with her. She had the baby was 3 months old at the
Okay.
time, and so just me walking in the door noticed that the baby's like no hair, all this whole top, real fine hair around, but this top part was a totally different color.
Okay.
So, and I was like, didn't want to say nothing because I was there for the mom. I wasn't there for the baby, but I couldn't help but notice. And I'm just like, hey, what's going on with the baby's head? And she said, um, she had like severe case of cradle cap, and she was nursing, right?
Okay.
So I asked her, and I, kind of mentioned to her, I said, well, it's something that's coming from you, what you're taking into your diet that's keeping this going. Because she
Yeah.
said, no, nothing that the doctor had tried to do, it didn't stop it. So I gave her something, and gave her the blood type book. And I told her, anything on your avoid list, you need to take that away. Like, don't eat that. And she did. And she sent me a message to show me how the baby had improved. The doctor wanted to know, what did I do? What did I give her?
Hmm.
Because like in a couple of weeks time, the baby's head is back to normal color
Wow.
and got fuzz growing. So, because she made some changes in
To
her
her diet.
and to her diet, because I told her it was coming from her breast milk.
Hmm.
So I just thought about something.
Yeah.
I know I've invited a couple people to join us this time around. They may
Mhm.
not have seen the first installment. Can someone take a moment and just kind of explain first of all, what you do, what you focus on in your practice, and then the connection between your diet and hair loss?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we all are trichologists. It just basically mean that we specialize in scalp disorders and hair loss. And one of the first things most people, I mean, there's a myth with hair loss that you could just put a product on that on your hair or shampoo your hair. Everybody's looking for that magic potion. They're looking for a product that's going to grow their hair back. But we actually pause for a minute and start asking things about what's going on with them internally. Most hair loss outside of traction alopecia is meaning that you're pulling on the follicle, you're tugging too much consistently in one area. Outside of that alopecia, most of it is internal. There's something
Mhm.
that's going on inside of your body. It's a hormone imbalance, vitamin deficiency, side effects to medication. Something is going on internally. So we help the client basically get to the root cause of what their hair loss is. For a
Mhm.
consultation, we're looking at blood work because the blood work don't lie. We're also asking for medical history and then also lifestyle. And lifestyle goes into the diet, which you're intaking. And
Mhm.
so we look at those things to then create a treatment plan for that person.
Mhm.
So it is all about the insides. We create this treatment plan, but 70%, I would say 70% of the work is internal. There
Mhm.
obviously their products can help. Don't get me wrong, can't help, but it's not the magic potion.
Right.
Mhm.
You're the person themselves is because you really don't know how, and it's not to say sick, but what deficiencies that you have or what imbalances that you may have that could be causing your body systems and organs and things not to function properly. All of that could lead to hair loss eventually. So even if you don't see something, and hair loss could be just hair thinning, like a just diffuse thinning all over. It doesn't have to be a bare spot. It could just be your hair thinning, hair miniaturizing before it's time. Of course, you're not going to die with the same amount of hair strands that you were born with. So you have some hair density changes due to just age. But when we're talking about hair loss, that's a disruption in the growth cycle. So something has caused that disruption to happen. And what we do is try to figure out where the dysfunction is in the body and help you to reverse that if we can, or stop it, or change it.
And a lot of times what happens is once we start looking at the blood work and looking at the medical history, I mean, obviously it's like a wellness check, right? It allows for the client, the person to actually look at. I mean, because sometimes you go get blood work, and as long as the doctor say that you're normal in that range, you just keep on going, or it's not a targeted area. But if you just if they get a comprehensive panel done, we look at everything, all the body systems, and you can start deep diving into your your whole body wellness. And so for myself, the reason why I started getting into trichology is because I was having hair loss. And one of the things that I found when looking at my blood work and different things and just going to get physicals, I had fibroids. And so what we know about fibroids is that it grows off blood, right? They get larger and larger because the blood is feeding the fibroid. Well, if the blood is going to the fibroid, it's not going to my scalp. So I had to look at that and make some decisions, some choices around having those fibroids, what I was going to do about it. And what I can say is after I handled that situation, I can see the changes in my hair. And it wasn't right away. It was over time because the body has to get itself back in balance. The fibrosis was no longer there. The blood was no longer going there. But my body had to go through some things to distribute that blood. So it's not really about the hair it's about the hair that has people come in or even consult with us. But at the end of the day, it ended up being about their wellness.
Overall health, yes.
Overall health, yeah.
Got it. Thank you for that. And so how did you come to settle on blood type eating as a recommendation for your clients?
Well, we all are graduates of NTTI. It's the National Trichology Training Institute. And that is the foundation of the training there. It's all about blood type eating. That was the foundation of our training. And so they share with us obviously the statistics on it, and then we also tried it ourselves to see that it really was true, and it did work.
It helped point out what's causing you dis-ease, like what you put into your body can affect you, and you may not even know it. You don't realize it, but when you eat certain foods or drink certain things, or you have certain spices and stuff like that on foods, well, when it causes you to have bloating, gas, indigestion, heartburn, itching and twitching and all that kind of stuff there after you eat it, those are signs that, hey, my body really didn't like this. But people think that those are just normal things that's supposed to happen. And we always say it's common. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. So when after a meal, you shouldn't feel sick, or you shouldn't feel upset. It's supposed to be for nourishment and give you energy and all that stuff. So if it's giving you everything opposite of that, that's your body's way of telling you, no, I really didn't like that meal. That's not working for us. So,
or if you're getting a flare up on the scalp after you ate that potatoes.
Yeah, and
or corn.
yes, yes. Or, because that's another thing, because it can, food sensitivity can happen 24 to 72 hours after you've ingested something. So it's not something that has to happen right away. It can be a couple of days. Just think about it. 2 days after you eat something and before you have something else, you either have a headache or you have heartburn, but you haven't eaten anything yet. That's probably a food sensitivity to something that you had prior.
72 hours. I did not know that.
Yes, 24 to 72 hours.
Wow. And so in the cases that you've seen, how quickly can, I'll just coin a phrase, foodborne hair loss. How quickly will foodborne hair loss issues respond to a change in diet?
In a month or two.
Yeah. So for me, it's not about I've seen more results or quicker results in regards to scalp issues, not so much the hair loss part of it, because it takes a while for your body to start redistributing and reacting to what you're eating. But for me, for the scalp, it was like immediately. Because like I think I shared before, I had a client who ate potatoes and her scalp would flare up, meaning it would flake. Her body was producing like bad oil. And so she would have a layer of flakiness on her scalp. But when she let the potato go, there wasn't the flare up. It wasn't, it was later, not sooner than later, I guess. Yeah. So I've seen more the quicker results in regards to people that's having scalp issues versus the actual hair loss. That was more of a long-term scenario in regards to the hair loss or the hair growing back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your experience, you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then also I've been working with a client now, I would say probably about 6 or 7 months, and so this is part 2 of my story that I gave the first time we were on the show together, where a client who has alopecia areata. So she had a large area where the alopecia areata took place, and then she had a lot of smaller areas also with the circular patches that was missing. And so her food sensitivity test showed that she had a wide range of foods that she was sensitive to. So after she started making those changes, within about 6 months, I would say maybe let's go back about 4 months in, the hair started growing in, and so about 6 months now, all those areas that the hair loss had taken effect is now growing in just fine, and she hasn't had any reoccurrence of those alopecia areata spots. So not to say that this is going to be the case for everyone out there who has alopecia areata, because the medical community doesn't quite know what the cause is. All they know is an autoimmune issue. But foods can be also related to it, as well as vitamin deficiencies as well, is what I've been able to see in my clinic.
Yep.
So ladies, the food is done.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Quick meal.
Kimmy, I still can't see you, Kimmy.
No, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
Oh, this
Oh,
looks
look
good.
at that.
Okay.
A healthy meal.
Oh my God.
So
in
that's
like 25 minutes, y'all.
That was quick.
Yeah. Let me get my fork so I can dig in there
quiet,
too.
like I'm going to eat this.
I'm tasting for us all.
You had to eat it like, who is that guy? Who's the guy on the Food Network?
Oh.
My God.
Stop it.
So I took a nice small control bite the first time. Now
Yeah.
I'm
I want some so bad.
So I'm from Tennessee, born and raised, and Middle Tennessee is catfish country. Catfish and whiting. That's the thing I grew up on.
Yeah.
Catfish and what else?
Catfish and whiting.
Okay.
Places in the country I know I can go and get a whiting sandwich. It's Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Go to Ohio.
Okay, thank you for that. So catfish is actually one of my avoid foods. Since I really started adhering to the blood type eating, sometimes, yes, I'll indulge in the avoid column, but I haven't had catfish. I don't think I have. This snapper tastes like catfish. I don't know what he did. I know snapper. Snap. I get a lot of red snapper down here in Texas, and it's all very good. But I don't know what he did. What's in this Addy Daddy special blend? But my first bite, that tastes like catfish. My second bite, I'm like, oh, that tastes like catfish. So,
without the raw taste of like the sand. That was my thing about catfish. It always tasted like sand to me. So I was like, that's not really my thing.
Right.
So let's try the salmon, man. So this is what the salmon looks like.
Oh, wow. That looks nice. Yeah.
Air fryer.
Okay. It looks almost like the snapper.
Looks just like it. So what I ended up doing was I took some olive oil at the end and added a little bit more of the seasoning to it and just kind of brushed it to finish it off top.
Okay, so that was.
It also makes your food glisten too.
I know.
So that was the type O meal. So now let me bring myself to a type A state of mind. Take one for the team.
Oh.
Actually, salmon is permissible in type.
Right.
I can't even think. I know my mind keep thinking about this guy on Food Network. What is the guy who
Guy Fieri?
Is it Guy? Yeah.
Is it Guy Fieri?
Yeah, you know how he eat that, he take that bite and it's like the
He be
best.
like,
It's all about the first bite.
It's about the first bite.
It tastes like salmon, but I get a lot of restaurant salmon, and I can definitely taste the influence of the seasoning. And I cook salmon.
Can you taste the lemon peel? Because the lemon peel is serious. It brightens it up, but it's serious too. It
does. And what I wanted to do with it was reduce the amount of sodium. Just have a small amount of acidity to it, where you don't need as much salt within the seasoning. You can still get the same flavors. Yeah. And, fish and lemon, they're best friends.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
And when you actually add the peel, it's
got a little kick to it. I can taste the herb because I can see the green. There's an herb that's dancing around there. I can taste the herb. A little salt, but not too much.
Okay. Did he put some of that seasoning on that vegetable though?
Yep.
I didn't put it on the vegetable.
Hold on.
I just did a blanch on the carrots. A little bit on the carrots.
Okay.
A little bit on the carrots. But not too much. I didn't want to overpower. What do you think about the broccoli?
So what do you put on the vegetables? Anything? But like you said, you put a little bit on the carrots. But what about the broccoli? Nothing.
Nothing. I just blanched it, all sea salt, and that's about it.
Okay.
And you get a little bit of that. You get a good flavor out of it, and you get a chance to actually enjoy the vegetable.
So is the carrot and the broccoli, they have a little crunch to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the broccoli didn't have a crunch.
Because you did roast it, right? You roasted those?
I roasted it at 425.
Okay.
Exactly how much? Probably like 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
While I'm getting everything else together, that's
right.
And then 3 minutes was all I did with the broccoli. Just cut it up. I washed it with there's this thing that I get at Sprouts where you can use to wash your vegetaebbles to get.
Look at Jason. He Jason couldn't even take it. He said
Just give me a second.
Jason couldn't even take it. He said I got to go finish this off. Let me see. Open the top, buddy. That was good.
Yeah, so that's it's a vegetable wash from Sprouts, right?
Yeah, from Sprouts.
Yeah.
So wash my vegetables real quick, and then from there I go cook. Because a lot of the stuff, they put all that wax and stuff like that. Where you want to try and get rid of some of that.
Right.
But yeah, it was just that simple.
Cool. That is
wow.
I do the same thing even with chicken, which one? No, none of them. It's in the neutral. Isn't it?
No, chicken for bees. Chicken is not good for blood type
bees.
B.
Gotcha.
It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's a new- for
Other than that, it's neutral, and it's uh
Oh, I think A.
for for egg they can have chicken
Yeah,
and
it's neutral.
turkey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just really that simple. I do that a lot with the proteins, and that's what makes like the seasoning piece so much easier, because a lot of the stuff that you look at on that list and you're like, I can't eat that.
Right.
Once you season it right, you won't miss all the other stuff that you can't have. And I think that's what's so great with being able to season your food well. I don't know if you guys have seen that post where they did a barbecue chicken, and it was they just took the chicken straight from the package and put it on the barbecue pit. But if you do the same thing with like vegetables, and you need to take in the vegetables and get all that fiber, you're gonna hate doing the blood type diet. But if you season it well, you will miss all the crap that you've been taking in the past.
Right. What about when you cook the red meats, like especially game? So like a lot of people don't like lamb, and like for blood type B, their meat is mostly game meat. So the lamb, the venison, the mutton,
blood type O as well.
oh yeah, and like rabbit. So what about those? Because those the ones that seem to get cooked.
It do throw them off. It really do.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that?
So for me, I don't like gamey taste either.
Okay.
I found a way to make it work.
Okay.
So what I typically do is apple cider vinegar, right?
Mhm.
I soak it in that. I mean, you're not really ingesting it. All you're doing is you're literally tenderizing the meat. At the same time, you're stripping away some of that gaminess. And then you get some rosemary, thyme, some lemon, and olive oil, and you make a marinade out of that, and you put your seasoning into it. It takes out a little bit more of the gaminess. So then you still taste it a little bit, but not as much.
That apple cider vinegar is what's doing it big time.
Yeah. So it's apple cider vinegar and water.
Yeah.
And you just kind of let that soak in there for at least 6 hours. Pull it right out. By that way, it's tenderized, and it also is clean the meat as well too. And then you marinate it the way that you want to. But you can also, if you have a food saver, you can speed up that process by putting it in a food saver and vacuum sealing it. So now all the seasoning and the marinades that you've already made goes right in.
Oh, that's a good tip.
In about 30 minutes to an hour, you pretty much get what you would get overnight.
Good stuff.
Oh, okay.
I hope you guys heard that.
I had a similar experience with the food list when it came to the red meats. The meats in the gamey meat selection or the red meat selection, because I don't eat squirrel, and it doesn't matter if it's part of my beneficial foods or not. And I think that's important for people to know.
Yeah.
When you decide to do something like this or try something like this, and I challenge myself to really stick with it for a while and see what happened, you don't have to eat anything weird that you don't eat. I don't eat squirrel. I just decided not to eat squirrel.
Right.
Now, mutton, and actually at the time when I really leaned into blood type eating, I've been eating mostly vegetarian for all of last year and even a little bit before that.
Oh, and that was totally different from your...
Yeah.
Well, unless you was eating things with protein, you were eating beans and things like that.
Right. I didn't have any issues with protein, but I just had chosen not to eat meat and try that as a lifestyle change, and actually enjoyed that. Not anyone who does it is what they should do, but really giving blood type eating a chance as it's written. I wanted to try some of these recommended foods that were beneficial for my body, and so. My wife is from a town in Kentucky called Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So shout out to Hopstown. And they have one of the best places where you can drive up and get mutton.
Okay. Wow.
So my wife and my mother-in-law go home, and for the first time ever in our 23 years of being together, I asked for some mutton to be brought back.
Oh, wow. And then she was scratching her head, right?
Right, because
And but when I tell you, not only did I enjoy it, I enjoyed knowing that it was beneficial for me. I ate mutton for 2 months. Just
I was
now.
just gonna say that was probably what it. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't taste good, but I'm sure the
Oh, it's
fact that
phenomenal.
you knew that it was beneficial to you
Exactly.
had you really enjoying that.
We all have different goals. You know, some people have something that they're battling back from, or state of themselves that they'd like to regain that may not have been them for a while.
Yeah.
My goal is different. I'm going for metabolic excellence. I just want to be able to function as best as I can function for whatever the day asks me.
Right.
And with that in mind, sure, let's try the mutton. Let's try adding lean beef, grass-fed beef into the diet.
Right.
Thankfully, I don't cook like Addie, but my wife can cook. So
He'll get there. He'll get
right,
there.
right.
I just need to see.
Well, you know, I was
That's
just
all
gonna
it
say-
is.
I was just about to say, well, if you had the seasoning, you just throw it on there, you're good to go.
That's exactly what it is. And I used to tell, you know, I tell people, I'm like, how do you cook so well? You know, it's a gift. I'm like, I don't really do much. I've picked up on a couple of techniques that anybody can find, but it's the seasoning that puts the food over the top. It's not what I personally do, but it's the seasoning.
Yeah.
Right. And
Well,
like you
thank
said,
you.
I think that's key, is like knowing what to put together to make something taste good, because you can have people who are used to eating. I can't really talk because I don't eat that much at all. But I can cook, but I just don't eat that much. So I can fix
She
it
don't
and then
explore. She don't explore.
no,
real
but I
well.
can cook. I can cook it, and I can cook really well. I just don't eat that stuff. My family eats it, and so my husband, he always said, "I've never." His saying is, "I have never met anybody who can cook, and the food tastes so good, but they don't even eat it. They don't try it. They don't test it." Because I don't do anything. I go off of look and smell.
Yeah.
So seriously, go off of look and smell. And they're the taste testers, and they're the one that eat that stuff. I don't eat that.
Lord, and I'll try almost anything. Truly, I really will. But listen, thank you so much for inviting us in your kitchen. We so appreciate it.
No problem at all.
And we will so appreciate a prototype of that little bottle of seasoning too.
I would get it to you guys.
So as soon as you
I'm
get
telling
it
you,
all
it was-
fine-tuned and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know.
'Cause I was
I'm gonna
running around and I'm like, oh, what time is it? I said,
I'm gonna put it on everything.
I run downstairs and I just start kind of just putting things together that I think, you know, that I thought would be good in it.
That's
And
perfect.
surprisingly, it was really
worked out
It
just
works.
right. Well,
Yes.
please tell us tell our audience where we can find your seasoning again, please, sir.
It is at addydaddyseasoning.com. If you just put in Addy Daddy Seasoning in Google, it'll pop up.
Okay. And Jason, where can we find you, please, sir?
At greenerfieldswellness.com. You can go on greenerfieldswellness.com, click the contact us, send us a note. We do virtual coaching. So if you'd like to try out our 60-day Better Body service, we can coach you to accountability. We're there for you.
Great.
Okay,
Also, you guys should follow them on Instagram. They both have pages.
AddyDaddySeasoning.com. I mean, Addy Daddy Seasoning. I'm sorry.
Addy Daddy Seasonings on Instagram, and Greener.
Greenerfields
Yep.
Wellness.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you so much. Please feel.
You're muted, D.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying,
Okay.
please feel free to stick around if you like. I think we have Dr. Scott.
Dr. Scott
ready
is
to
going
join
to
us.
make. Dr. Scott is going to make. Since you guys cooked for A and O, Dr. Scott is going to make smoothies for B and AB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Scott. Where you at? Let's see your beautiful face.
Hi, Dr. Scott.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
hey, good, good. Come on, what are you doing?
I know you and Kimmy. Why we can't see you?
I think that's
Okay, there you go. There you go.
okay. Whoa, hey. So, wow, it's exciting to see guys. Really, y'all digging in that deep? Oh my.
Right.
So, hey, I'm excited. I'm a blood type O. Okay, so And you know what? I kind of gave up the meat eating just for a little while. It's been 2 years and what, 2 months that I gave up the beef and the good lamb and the bison, just so I can help other people know that if they've got a little issue, maybe we need to change the pH, change up a few things just for a little while, just to correct some health issues. So, right now, I'm just a little vegan, a little plant-based, a little live, and with an attitude, just so you can know, yeah, you could be 67 and have some power. It's awesome.
Wait. Did you say 67?
Yes, I'm gonna be 67 come
I need to get on that diet.
Oh yeah,
Right.
It's all about that blood type eating and years of doing it. And so what we've got what smoothies can you make for your bee or a bee that's going to also feed this hair? Wow, that's what we want. And so I thought, I'm going to just go in and do strictly highly beneficial, because if the hair is finished, if we are trying to grow it back, I mean, we got to get serious. We don't need to play around with it anymore. And you see, we got a head full of hair here, and I do play around with it. I played around with some hemp, and we came out with this crazy color. I love it. Okay, so here we go. We are going to, I've got the books here in front of me. And so we know you guys are pushing these books. So get everybody to have their own book. And likely you guys got them with their shopping list too. So I just put together some quick little smoothies. And because they are related now, see, A and O's are kind of closely related, but the B and AB, they're closely related too. We're like no chicken, okay? And so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna make our base for our smoothies. And so we're gonna just take our little blender here, and we found out that for the B and the AB, they both are working great with seaweeds, bringing in all those minerals, increasing the circulation. And so where is the sea moss? Okay, where did it go? My goodness. I tell you what we're gonna do. We've got some already made. Maybe we'll rush it along a little bit. I've got a sea moss already in the blender. Let's just get the making it. Are you guys sending out sea moss a lot right now, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, and you sent out the directions for,
Yes,
is that right?
Mhm.
And so anybody that want a big head of hair, and you guys have it, then we're doing what? Seaweed. Mhm. We
I have a
are,
quick question. I have a quick question for you.
yes.
How do you know how much sea moss to take in?
Well, the average is about, okay, so we know it's full of minerals.
Mhm.
The average is about 2 tablespoons of sea moss.
A
Okay?
day?
A day. And but that's not, to me, it's not if you have a problem. If you've got a problem, because it is balancing hormones, it's feeding, that's what the fish eat. Basically, they are eating seaweed. The fish eat the dull seaweed, like salmon, to get its pink color. And so the more sea moss you eat, the longer the hair is going to grow. And, the sexier you can get too. So sometimes if you're getting into
Somebody just said that. I didn't know to believe them. They were trying to sell it.
What was that now?
Somebody was trying to sell it to a bunch of guys yesterday.
Oh,
and I was like, I don't know. I know about the minerals. I don't know about that other part. So
yes. Okay, so hold on 1 second here.
It take Dr. Scott to share it.
So what were they trying to sell you? Something that looks like this?
No, they actually had it packaged up with passion fruit and coconut that they had it mixed in with it.
Okay, yeah, because You know, if you ever wanted to go on a honeymoon, you would always choose not the Bahamas, but Jamaica. And why? Those coconuts coming off the coconut tree. They are, when you open that baby up and it's got jelly in there, you're like, hey, crack me one more, okay? And so I remember we came in on a ship to Jamaica, and I went straight downtown and had them to open up the first coconut. There's no jelly. I drink that water. Here, open me up another. It's not really jelly. Let me drink that water. And so by the time I got to the fourth coconut, I'm so full of coconut water. I think I had a little bit of jelly. So the young jelly, the softness of the inside of the coconut is definitely an aphrodisiac, okay? So, but if you put that with some sea moss, it's like you're in the house. Yes. So that's what we're talking about, okay? But just in case you see, you really want to learn how to make your own. And this one right here is just a sea moss that has been soaked, and you can see the weeds that are coming out of here. It's just soaked seaweed. And the girls, they actually they sell this particular seaweed, okay? And you can wash it up yourself, or you could buy it already made. So I'm just gonna take the sea moss, and I'm just gonna put a little extra water in it, and we are going to make sea moss. And this is just how you do it. Wash it about 8 or 10 times, soak it in warm water for, as little as 45 minutes, and then blend it, okay? So if you guys don't have any, you gotta have some. You can figure out, see, like to grow hair, we would put things like nettle in it. You would put oats in it to grow long, very highly elastic hair. Because you can put other herbs in it to make the hair grow thick and long. And so I'm gonna blend this right quick, and then we'll see some freshly blended sea moss, okay? Wow. Okay, let's get going here. Okay, we can't blend the spoon. Okay.
That happened recently at my household, and I have a Vitamix. Replacement for that was $172.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just for the little top.
Oh, wow.
For my mom.
Okay, so we've got nice smooth sea moss here now. Ooh, this is money. This is worth big money. The first time I saw someone who had bought it, they had paid $50 for a pint size of sea moss, okay? And so you see how it's not wanting to come out of here? We'll just leave it in there for right now. That's what you want. You got your money's worth, okay? And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this other blender. We're gonna make this smoothie for blood type B. So we're gonna put our 1 scoop, our 2 scoops, which is almost like a good 1/4 of a cup. Okay, now, so we've got our sea moss with our iodine to speed up your circulation. And so we can get these nutrients out to the hair. Now, we're going for B, oats. Oats, oh my goodness. They do treatments on the hair, like silicone treatments. Well, it's the oats that have silica, these whole grains. We're gonna put at least 1/4 of a cup of oats. There's an old story that says, sow your oats. Is that right? Have you heard of that one? Mm-hmm. And so now we've got oats, and look, we gotta open up all these receptor sites on your scalp. But guess what? Oats is #1 highly beneficial for bees. Hemp is also a big food for bees, but I think it's neutral, okay? But the oats are highly beneficial. this is a hemp kernel. So we're gonna make some oat milk. We're gonna make some hemp milk for our smoothie as we make our smoothies. Okay, now, so oats, beet greens, those are the greens. So look here, these are the beets, and here are the beets, and here are the greens. Whoa, I'm gonna put a few in here because we're gonna just drink off all of these beet greens all week. Now, okay, there we go. We'll just let it be right there. Now, what we're trying to do, we're trying to grow big hair while we eat for our blood types. Beet greens, Irish moss, oats, oh, parsley. Yes.
Oh, parsley
Yes.
is so good for you. So
Yes.
quick question for you.
Yes.
So oats, for somebody that's like type A, what would you suggest for the replacement?
Okay. Well, so the A people, we know we're not putting bananas and mango. We're not doing those.
Mhm.
So almost, we definitely would put the sea moss. Okay. We could do about these same greens. See, like over here, I would use a big handful of arugula greens. I love arugula. And so it too helps out. I think because A's have such a challenge sometimes with digestion, and I didn't bring my books, but the dandelions would be great. Yes, that's what I know it would be, because I'm saving my dandelion for AB. Okay, so that's because they need a little help cleaning that liver. They need a little help with digestion. So to me, the pick would be any of these, because these are big chosen greens, but the dandelion or arugula are good to help cleanse. If you notice, what other greens would you use? We're not using kale. It's hard to digest. We're not using spinach. It has enzyme inhibitors that slow down the digestion of the meal you eat with it. We're not doing those two for sure. We are doing a more intentional, easy to digest green. And so let's see here. What do we have? I think I want to just stop right there for right now. I want to add one more whole food though. Okay, because when you're making a meal out of a smoothie, you want to be full. You want to be satisfied. And so what do we have here? We've got flaxseed for circulation, especially on that scalp. And so I'm going to put just a couple here. And we are going to sweeten it with some raw, unfiltered honey, just a little bit. Now, what we could have done, we could have put some monk fruit. The monk fruit would be great in here. And or we could have put what? Some dates. Okay, a date is awesome. Okay, we have these big, juicy medjool dates. And so I'm going to get the pit out of here. I'm going to throw me one in, because while I'm driving in to work in the mornings, hey, I want a good tasting smoothie, but not loaded with, simple sugars. So now we need water. What kind of water are we going to use? I love hydrogen infused water. Why? Because the molecules are so tiny. Instead of, sometimes water molecules are big and you can't get hydrated. Well, when you infuse the hydrogen in here, and the best place to buy, if you don't buy, I have a hydrogen infused water machine on my kitchen sink, but this particular one is, you can also buy you a hydrogen infused little water bottle. I should have brought it, but if you go to eBay and go to Amazon, they have a little tall water bottle. It infuses hydrogen into about 14 ounces of water. And it makes that water hydrate you so well, because that's how you get water, moisture to the hair when the hair started to dry out, the scalp is drying, the skin is drying. So you want water that the molecules are tiny. And so it can hook you up. So I'm gonna put in what, about 16 ounces of water, and we are going to blend it. Now, this particular one is just for beans. We have beet greens. We've got some parsley and beet greens, Irish moss, oats, and hemp. So let's think now, cannabinoid foods and the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is the balancing system for that whole body. So yeah, we got hemp and we got flaxseed. Those are definitely part of bees' diet, but it's definitely going to open up those receptor sites in that scalp and cause that hair to get growing. Yes. And so we just get used to it. And we've got 2 superfoods in here. I'm going to throw it on the blender. Okay. So I'm going to say hair needs elasticity with collagen
Jason, you got a couple of shout outs on the Facebook page from Tatiana Parrish, and Jacqueline West said, "Good show, son-in-law."
Oh, thank you, family.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
I'm over here salivating on this type A.
That's nice.
Right, right.
All these
So
on my avoid list.
here we go. We're gonna make another one. I'm gonna bring another blender bowl over here. So this is for blood type bees. It looks a little green, but it tastes really good. Okay. Now let's make one for AB. You know, the AV people, you know, these blood types have personalities now. But I never really talk about AB except for the rare breeds. And I just let bees stand alone, right? The word letter B, you know, you just let them be who they are. Okay. We know A's are the nice people. They are so eager to please and satisfy. And the O's, you know, we know everything. We want to run it, control it, and you know, all of that stuff. So here we are. We're going to work with the John F. Kennedys and the Marilyn Monroes of the world, that rare breed of blood. So I'm going to do first, I'm going to get rid of this dandelion. We're going to put some dandelion in the blender. Okay. We are going to put some beets in a fresh piece of beet. Because, you know, A's have a little problem with their stomach. So we need to make sure everything is always moving out of the stomach. Okay. And let me just tell you this. I got a little phone call while we were waiting to go on, and it was a blood type A on the phone. And he's like, I made a shake, a protein shake yesterday, and it's just still sitting in my stomach like a brick. And he came on the phone like, this is A, blood type A from Greenfield, South Carolina. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I know blood type A from Greenfield. And so what happened is that A's don't do dairy. So the protein shake had what in it? Whey. And that whey hit his stomach like a brick. He didn't have the stomach acids to break it down. So we're making, for that reason, is why we're not doing like kale or the beets, okay? So we got kale or the spinach. So we got dandelion. We need some garlic, okay? Because garlic is one of those vegetables too that ABs kind of need. And let's go ahead. We're going to do 3 of them because it's so easy to cover up the garlic. So we can cover this garlic up. And because you are blood type AB. You know, you have the rarest of all blood. So you have to do things that would do what? Protect you. And so why am I crushing the garlic when the blender is going to blend it up? But the reason is we wanted to create that allicin that's going to protect your immune system. So here we go. We got the garlic in here. It is one of those highly beneficial foods for AB. Now, oh, we need some oats here again. So I'm going to do a half a cup of oats. Okay, a half a cup of oats. And so how many, have you guys been buying and looking at that oat milk? You could buy the oat milk, but all you need to do is put the oats in the blender. So we've got garlic, dandelion greens, oats. We put some beet, and we need some beet greens. We got the beet greens in, and we got the beet. We need sea moss. Oh, here it is. Okay, we need some sea moss. And here we're gonna go with, I'm still thinking about that question you asked me about, you know, how do you know how much sea moss to have? Well, if you can't leave home, or if you have to back out to get to the door in the morning times, you know you've had too much, if you could figure that out. Okay, you can't go to the door, you can't reach the door. You might have to think about that one, what that means, okay? Okay. Now,
I've been clogged.
so, okay, so we got sea moss for all the minerals. We got those oats to make your hair, you know, because the hair will easily break, and we need silicon natural from those oats for that. And all the minerals from the sea moss. We need the greens for good calcium, and the beets to keep that liver clean. And we're gonna pour in a little water, okay? You know, if we make this too difficult, somehow we won't do it. And what I've found out is easy. What I've been drinking all week is something that's good for A's and ABs, is watermelon with sea moss. You just put it in the blender together, dig out big chunks of watermelon, and the A's and ABs can have it, put that sea moss, it just gives it that body. It is so nice. And what's the big deal with the watermelon? The NO, you know, everybody's like, where's the nitric oxide? You know, and so the nitric oxide, which is increasing circulation, whether it's on the scalp or, you know, below the belly button, it's just nice to increase circulation. So everything works good. And so the watermelon, the beets have NO in it. We got to get circulation to that scalp, but making a tea with the sea moss. And just remember, you see people that that drink a lot of sea moss that got big hair. Okay, so let's see here. Where's our top for this blender? You see, I've got all these crazy blenders. Let's blend this one up. Okay.
What Dr. Scott didn't say about the watermelon and the sea moss, because I really like that combination. It's just very good. Is that she puts about 2 inches of the rind in there too. So it's the watermelon, right? So it's the watermelon meat in 2 inches of the watermelon rind, along with the sea moss.
Why is that?
Because that's where all the nutrients is in the rind, right, Dr. Scott?
Yes, that's where that NO, the nitric oxide, that's the, what do they call those blue pills? I don't remember.
Viagra.
Oh yeah, right. And so that's what's making them work, is that nitric oxide. But that's in watermelon, which is highly beneficial for A's and ABs. You could get your nitric oxide, get great circulation to your scalp. Now, something we are going to do a little bit extra here. This smoothie, we're going to put what? I'm going to put a pear. Pears are highly beneficial. I'm going to add the stem on this one because we want to get all the nutrients. We need to eat right for our blood type and grow long, pretty thick, elastic hair. Okay. Okay, so I did put.
And just so that you guys know, Dr. Scott pretty much uses the whole fruit if it's possible. So like the avocado seed, the pineapple core, the watermelon rind, the stems on
Wait,
like,
seed for the avocado?
yeah,
I didn't know that was possible.
yeah, you take it and you're gonna have to, she uses a cleaver to like cut it in half
Mhm.
and then just put it in. But you can only do it on like the Blend Tech or the Vitamix blenders because they're powerful enough to
Oyster would do it. If you
oyster,
got about a 450,
yeah.
600 watts, it'll take care of it.
So
So
what's the significance of even eating
the pit, the seed of the avocado. So, you know, when we start to have these knee issues, right? And we have bone rubbing on bone, we've got to replace the cartilage. How do you replace the cartilage in your joints? Bulging disc, things like that. So the seed, the pit out of the avocado could replace the cartilage in the joints. And so what you're going to do is just, you know, you run your knife all the way around and you open it up. The seed, the pit stays over here. You strike it, twist it, and then that pit is stuck to your knife. And you just come bang it on the cutting board, break it into 2 pieces, throw it in the blender in almost any of these smoothies. And now the knees feel like you just put something between those bones so the bone isn't rubbing. Yeah. I've had people cancel knee surgeries with that. It really does work. So, hey, try it. See what happens.
Dr. Scott, you are dropping gems. I hope people are writing
Yes,
it
she
down.
does.
This is.
I'm mentally writing it down right
I
now.
know. Yes, please send us the show notes, Dana, Lori.
But we'll give you the
recording.
replay. Yeah,
we'll
give you the
recording.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dr. Scott, as always.
Mhm.
She always drops these gems, and she also fills our pantry as well because of all the things that ingredients that she shares with us that we probably hadn't even heard of before. So thank you again, everybody.
Yes, this was a great
Jason,
show.
Addie, Dr. Scott, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and your expertise.
Yes.
And
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in
Yes.
and watching. And you can share this show, even though like we're about to end. Just go to the page, what we know now, and you can share the
recording.
Share the recording.
Cool. Thank you, guys. We'll have everybody's information posted as well. See you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Tune in next week, same time, same place.
One day we're gonna be technical difficulty free. One day.
Lord, today.
Bye, everybody.
We made it happen.
We always do.
All
For
right.
For some reason, we do make it happen. All right, I got to go. I got
See
to go.
ya.
See ya. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Kimmy is still recording.
Yeah, it's gonna I can